can look at it from a labor category and even from an individual standpoint. So maybe you and I are both tech threes, but I take, an hour longer than you do in any particular step. We can identify that and then figure out ways to train. Like maybe Craig handles the staging faster than anyone else. Why
Hmm.
is that? What is he doing? Can we make it now? Is that portion of the process like Craig's to own because he does it so well? And in the meantime, let's get everyone else up to his standard of doing that thing. And some of it, we're seeing a lot of this institutional siloed information. Like Craig's been doing it for 15 years. That's why he can do it faster. But by just identifying who does those things, we can start plugging the holes and being like, let's bring these guys in for some sort of training to disseminate that knowledge across the base of individuals. Well, and because everything's time stamped, you also have the time element in there as well, right? So maybe Craig does twice as many because he works in a shift where there's 10 technicians. Or maybe Craig works at night and that's our lowest time, or maybe it's on Thursdays and we don't have the volume. So there's all these variables that you can kind of look at that would explain the other side of that too, right? Like, yeah, it takes Craig twice as long, but he's working in the prime hours and he's getting called to do 50 other things while he's doing this. Well, then maybe can we schedule different, right? Can we schedule these installations for a time where, yeah, Thursdays we're always slow. Yeah, okay. But if you had this large, sample of data to look at and go, what days traditionally can we install the fastest and who's the team that we can put on that? To your point, you can do that. And what we see a lot of that justification on the labor side comes on the part inventory side. Like almost every customer that we have added more and more bench techs because in the parts inventory you can track repairs, right? And so what they're able to say is like, look how much money I saved last year by repairing parts as opposed to going out and buying them, right?
Hmm.
And that's that the delta in between those two numbers. They're able to go, well, if we hired two more people, we could knock another 30% off of this purchase thing and get more out of our investment. And we've seen those tech teams grow just from something like that. And again, it's looking at something outside of that top level. It's hammering down in terms of what are we doing to keep these things up and running.